Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Oh my goodness. It's spring.
That's right. March 20. Was it yesterday
Yeah.
that the spring has finally sprung?
No, I think it's today. Today is the 20th. Oh no.
That's right.
Today is the 21st.
That's right. See,
I have to remember, I'm in the future right now.
We're actually recording this on March 20th, which I think is the official first day of spring. But we're broadcasting
But I think
it.
maybe today, on the 20th, maybe the first day of spring.
Right.
I'm not exactly sure.
Well, with the 20th to 20th, it's this sometime this weekend.
Yes.
Spring has finally arrived in the Northern Hemisphere. Hello, welcome. I'm Bob. That's Pooki.
Yes, and we're here to celebrate with you.
This is our weekly, and we are back home.
Of course you can tell that.
In St. Louis. Last Sunday, we broadcast live from Hawaii.
We did.
Week before that, we did a split screen where I was in St. Louis and she was in Hawaii. And so, obviously, we brought a little of that Aloha back with us, did we not?
Yes, we did. We are wearing real crown flower leis. Right? I bought these at the farmer's market at Captain Cook when we went. And some flowers just have the ability to last a little bit longer than most. And this actually has still stayed fresh and beautiful looking, so much so that we could wear them today as we celebrate.
I'm impressed.
We haven't even been feet on the ground 24 hours yet.
We had like 15 hours of 3 flights. One was delayed. We had to catch another connecting flight to St. Louis. It was a long day of airports and airplanes, but
So much gratitude.
Oh my God, yeah. Great to be back home. And boy, what awesome time we had in Hawaii.
Oh my goodness, it was so beautiful. I mean, when you're in paradise, it's easy, to see the beauty all around you, like when you're plucked out of your environment, right? So it's easy to see the beauty and to kind of lose yourself in the environment. And Hawaii is just an absolutely beautiful place to do that. And there are many places all over our beautiful Mother Earth where you can have that kind of experience. So I would encourage you to create an opportunity for yourself like that. You don't have to go to Hawaii, but Hawaii is a great place to do it. But like I said, many beautiful places all over our beautiful country and the world, no matter where you're watching from.
That's right. And that's going to be a theme today. It was going to be related to that, as you'll see as we go along here. Let's start off, Pooki, with a little breathing. Oh yeah, and the reason I just want to we are recording this on Saturday the 20th, and then broadcasting it on YouTube on the 21st because we want to be consistent with bringing you these Sunday inspirations. Once a month now, we do perform at a Center for Spiritual Living here near our home, and so on those, and it's the exact same time that we normally broadcast live. So instead of broadcasting later in the day and throwing things off or skipping a week, we decided to broadcast record the previous day as if we were live.
Yep.
And so that you can enjoy this. The only difference is we won't be able to interact with you in real time and watch your comments and all that. So that's the only drawback.
Yeah.
But we're trying to do but we hope that you all tune in and communicate with each other, because I believe I'm going to also, broadcast this as a premiere so that some of you can actually comment in real time when it first airs at the normal time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
thank you for being here.
Yeah.
If you're here, you already went through all of that.
Exactly. So Pooki does a little breathing. I'll play a little music in the background.
Yeah. So let's just take a moment together to just synchronize our breath and come into one harmonic space. So as you're breathing in and releasing the breath, I want you to think of unity. I want you to think of our oneness. So we'll breathe in unity and we'll breathe out aloha, right? So we're unified in love. Okay? So here we go. Take your deep breath in. Unity. And then release aloha.
Aloha.
Yes. Let's breathe in again. Aloha. One more time. And feel that deep connection. And then release that aloha. Say the ha. The breath. Aloha. Yeah, thank you.
I just thought of something here, which we didn't do last time. So we're from So it was when we're broadcasting this at our normal time that we would start, which is 10 a.m. Central. During that hour that we would normally be going live with you, we're actually at the Center for Spiritual Living setting up. But we don't actually, the service doesn't start until 11 a.m. Central. So you could theoretically, if I put a link in the description to the Facebook page, and maybe, the Facebook page of the Center for Spiritual Living, they actually broadcast live.
Well, they're all going to leave now.
No, it's not at the same time. No, it's from 10 to...
that's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
from 10 to 11 is this, and then by the time this is over, we'll keep it under an hour. You can then go at 11 a.m.
Hop over there and see us.
Yeah, and go to that page and watch us live. Yeah, so it isn't exactly... But we're setting up during that time,
Yeah.
and if we did it afterwards, it'd just be a little too late in the day. So that's kind of why we're doing it this way. So you can kind of catch us live playing songs.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so if you want to head over there, it's the Center for Spiritual Living, St. Louis. But I will put a link to that in the show notes, in the description below the video here. If you're watching on a mobile device, you have to actually tap the title under the video, which will then expand that description box so you can see all the links and all the text that's in there. Another thing we like to do here is do some affirmations, and so I actually wrote some affirmations this morning that were totally in line with the message that we're going to be imparting to you today. So the way this works is I will say them, I'll leave space after that for you to repeat them back to yourself. Pooki may say those along with you. And
I get to now because we don't have to worry about other house guests.
Yeah. It was really early. It's 5 hours earlier in Hawaii, and we
were in a condo, so we had neighbors, and
Yeah.
we had to be mindful. So I didn't say them last week.
But
so.
here, we're at our house, we can go crazy.
Yes! Enthusiasm, here we go.
Party time. So here we go. These are totally in line. You'll see how this ties into our message for today related to Hawaii and such. But here we go. These are some great affirmations. Today I am fully present.
Today, I am fully present.
That's right. Say them along with Pooki after me. Today I notice the beauty all around me.
Today, I notice the beauty all around me.
Today I look for signs of abundance all around me.
Today, I look for signs of abundance all around me.
Today I seek out reasons to be amazed.
Today, I seek out reasons to be amazed.
Finally, life is good, and so it is.
Life is good, and so it is.
There you go. Those are some powerful affirmations. And what if you literally lived your life that way every day, or attempted to? You get today I'm fully present. You're in the moment.
Yes.
You're looking around you. You're noticing the good, the beauty, the love, the positive things that inspire you. Today you look around for signs of abundance in its
They're
many
everywhere.
forms. Yeah, and not just financial, but in nature and just the
Relationships, friendships, so
air,
many things.
clouds, ideas. That's
Abundance is everywhere.
and seek out reasons to be amazed, which you could do.
That puts adventure in your life.
And you have to notice it, stop and notice. And so that's one to share with you, and you'll see how that ties into some other stuff that we're going to be talking about. So we got home, like I said, after a long day of flight, and you notice this guy that's always sitting in the chair behind us. Actually, some people that's our dog Keone, which we got last June. He was a stray rescue. And he's about getting on maybe we think he's about close to 5 years old, maybe 4 or 5. And a lot of people want Keone, which is his name, to have his own YouTube channel. But one of the hardest things about going on this trip was that we had to, couldn't take him with us. We left him with a friend. And so Pooki hadn't seen him in like over 2 weeks. Like when we came home last night, it was about 10 days for me. And I was missing him, and I was wondering, how is he going to respond? So we actually have a video of our friend Dora Lee, who kept him all this time. She was a great, we call him his godmother. She loves dogs, and used to have some of her own, and used to train dogs, and she was the perfect person to give him the love that he needed. And anyway, but she brought him, drove him to us. And here's a quick 1-minute video of him entering the house. We just wanted to share with you.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
Soliciting puppies.
Oh my goodness, who's this guy? Isn't he great? I have to get my mask. I'll close the door. I'll be right back.
Keone! Keone! Oh, Keone! Oh my God, I missed you so much. Look, you're back home. Oh my God. Are you excited to be here? Oh my, oh, that's right. Come here. Someone said they weren't sure who was more excited, was Keone or Pooki.
I was pretty excited to see
Yeah,
you could tell.
I wanted to capture that. I was hoping, and that I was assuming he was going to be a little excited after not being here for a long time, for 10 days.
For the home greeting versus the airport greeting.
Yeah, or going to pick her up,
I
pick him
figured that
up.
would be just too much to handle in the car.
Yeah. So I wanted to share that with you. Yes. So it was an awesome trip, and I'm glad to be home, but it's good to get away. In fact, let's go on this. I think I'm going to play a song now.
Okay.
If that's all right.
Yeah.
According to the plan here, which is always subject to change, and this song is kind of like I didn't even realize when I thought of it that it's going to tie in to some themes here. This is a song that I wrote a few years ago, and it's about like when you have like an amazing experience, and maybe a vacation is a good example of that, but it could be any experience, an internal one, just something that was like an amazing experience, and you're trying to describe it to somebody, and you know you're just not doing it justice, so you just kind of hope that they eventually someday will get to experience it themselves, and that is what this song is about. And so let me add some reverb and I will play it for you. It's kind of a poppy little song, so feel free to move around and groove. Are you going to groove and move in the background, Pookie?
Yeah, not too much because I don't want him to get his tummy get sick.
Okay, yeah. We don't want that to happen.
I've done that to him before. He doesn't like it.
Here we go. I'm swimming in devotion. I'm living in the now. It's deeper than the ocean. It's like a wedding vow. It's much more than emotion. It's something I adore. It's like a love potion. And it's so much more. I may never find a way to explain this to you, so I hope you find your way too. I'm flying over mountains. It's like I'm in a dream. I'm drinking from a fountain and floating downstream. If I ever find a way, I'll share this path with you, so you can come and feel this too. Oh, 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 It's much more than emotion. It's something I adore. It's like a love potion, and it's so much more. I may never find a way to explain this to you, so you can find your way too. So you can find your way too. So you can find your way too. Happy little boppy song there.
That song. There's a lot lot of ocean and water and.
You know, you need to get on a microphone. So I just realized something. I have a feeling that a button was pushed that shouldn't have been, and I think that whole early part where we're talking had reverb on it.
Oh no!
And then when I flipped it for the
stop
song,
it. Let's start it over again.
No, we're not starting over. You're just gonna have to deal with the reverb, or we'll come back and re-record it. But I realized, I said, wait a second now, that's supposed to be red when it's reverb. Anyway, we had to switch it around, but I think hopefully you'll be able to.
So we're looking for a sound engineer.
Yeah.
Someone that can come to our home. Sunday morning, like about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, do we have
time.
any volunteers? Yeah, I'll bet you the people will be signing up for that. So let me do a quick little talk here now that we're back on track, and talk about something that actually was some of my last couple of days in Hawaii that I realized this. So so you're spending 10 days or whatever, however long. Pooki was there long. She went on a week earlier to spend time with her mom and her sister that live in Kona. So we were on the Big Island and did a lot of cool stuff while we were there. We drove down to the into what's called Waipio Valley, a really steep road that her sister has this 4-wheel drive Jeep, and we drove down. It's like a roller coaster, almost going down, and then down to this kind of gray. It's not quite a black sand beach, but anyway, we went down there, and then had to drive back up. That was an adventure. We went on a couple of different boats. One on a whale watching thing, where we saw a pod of whales come up repeatedly, not too far from the boat. That was pretty awesome. We went on another thing where we took this things called the I can't think of the name of it. Fairwind. Fairwind 2 is the name of the boat, and it goes down south to this cove where Captain Cook, if you know anything about Hawaiian history, Captain Cook in the 1700s was a pretty renowned explorer, circled the globe 3 times, and he had a relationship with the Hawaiian people, but something went wrong, and he met his demise in this particular cove, and we moored the boat there and went snorkeling for a while. That was amazing. So we did a lot of these tourist things in addition to family. We also went to the summit of Mauna Kea, one of the highest points, and you can actually drive up there. You need a 4-wheel drive. Again, thank you, Kamakea, her sister, Pooki's sister, for having that vehicle and taking us on a lot of these adventures. It's amazing things, all these different climates. One of our main kind of Airbnb location was right on the ocean, so you went to sleep with the sounds of the oceans. And so when you're in an environment, this was my 3rd trip to Hawaii, but it's been almost 10 years since I've been in that type of environment. It's just magical when you get there. It's just think about it. Whenever you go on vacation, you go somewhere for the first time, it's fresh, it's exciting, you're fully present, you're fully present, you're taking in the sights and the sounds, and it's amazing. You go, oh my God, I don't want to go home. But however, human beings have this ability. Yes, we notice novelty. It's probably built into our brains for protection or whatever. When in a new environment, we're checking it out. We're like, oh my God, this is so different than what I'm used to. And you're noticing everything. Again, your sensations are heightened, and you just feel joy. And especially when you're in a location like a tropical environment, or you go to California, or you go to the mountains. There's many different types. It doesn't have to be the ocean or Hawaii. And I know that you know what I'm talking about. But even as it wore on, those last couple of days in particular, I have to admit that even though I still was enjoying the beauty, was so grateful that I was in this environment, you start to, I don't want to use the phrase take things for granted, because I did not. I was very grateful, appreciative, and realizing I only have a couple more days left here. But the novelty begins to wear off again, and this is just a human thing. Once we get adjusted, our brains you're not as highly sensitive to the environment or to the ocean. I still enjoyed it, but I just realized that and this is typical of anyone. I'm a St. Louis native, born and raised here in St. Louis. I've never lived anywhere else, so I'm very used to and comfortable with, and very I know my local town. But like a lot of people, we don't really explore what's in our own backyard. I'm sure you're guilty of this too. Like, for instance, the Anheuser-Busch Brewery has been here my entire life before I was born, and I never went on a tour of that until my daughter turned 21, and I finally So there's many sites that I have either have not been to since I was a kid, or I've never been to, just locally. And so basically, it's just a whole the theme or the title of this was "Live Your Life Like a Tourist." It's basically what I'm trying to communicate here. Is that, and this is something you have to, again, like all this self-development work that we do, you have to be intentional about it. You have to be aware of how you're processing the world. But see if you can, wherever you are, whether you're in your hometown or you go to a new place, get moved, getting together with new people, whatever the situation is, view it as if you're a tourist in a new place. How can you look at something that's common that you might take for granted, or that you sort of tune out because it's familiar? This goes for environments, it goes for people, it goes for many, many things, and view it through fresh eyes. And it's a challenge because you have, again, after a while, your brain just starts to, the stuff that's familiar with and knows that you're safe, it just will sort of tone it down or tune it out. But how can you be more intentional about just going through your environment and going, oh my God, look at that beauty. I never noticed that flower. I never, just notice what's around you and say, if I was a tourist, if I was here for the first time, what would stand out for me? What can I appreciate in this moment? Again, this takes practice to do this, and you may not maintain it 100% of the time, but you don't have to. Even if 5 minutes here and there, you're just stopping to take a breath, be fully present, and look around through fresh eyes, and imagine that you're on vacation, that you just stepped off an airplane or got out of your car after a long trip, and look around and say, what is amazing in this moment? That's what those affirmations were about. I'll just pull them up again. Today I'm fully present. Today I notice the beauty all around me. Today I look for signs of abundance, and I seek out reasons to be amazed. And so that's my lesson here, and something I thought of and I wanted to share. And this is the first time I've had a chance to articulate it since we've been back. And so yeah, live your life like you are a tourist seeing some new amazing space and place and environment for the first time, and let me know how that works for you. What you think of that, Pookie dear?
I loved it. Yeah.
Come on and get on that.
I even asked my sister, I said,
Get on that
"Hey,"
microphone. Yeah.
I asked my sister, I said, hey, we were driving around the island and stuff. Maybe just going to the store or whatever. But to me, I'm so aware of my environment because the contrast is so different from where I live. So I am like looking at these huge palms and these monstera and, all of this and just consumed by this beauty, this just natural, lush beauty. And I thought, wow, I asked her, I said, does this ever get old to you? She says, no, never.
Oh, really?
So.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, so just that whole realization that sometimes things, they just kind of, we stop seeing them.
Because I know for us, every day we wanted to try to catch the sunset over the ocean because we're facing west. And it was cloudy quite often. We never really quite saw the completely clear horizon. But we were like aware of the time, saying, well, we got to be somewhere where we can see the sunset. And I'm sure when you live there, you're just, you're driving somewhere, you're running an errand, and you're not even aware of what, you notice it's getting darker. But
yeah, you might even see it setting on the sea, but you don't even really think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's just so beautiful. Yeah, but there's beauty everywhere.
Yep. You have to look for it.
That's the thing.
And be intentional about it.
Yeah.
You want to do this song? You want to talk about water before or after we play
I'm
this
talking
next
about water
song?
after, yeah.
After.
It's something that we maybe kind of don't think about. Just maybe a little.
So this is a song we played before, but what's it about? What struck you to do it?
We all have the ability to make a difference in the world. And what we can do is we can choose to be responsible for something, right? And it can be like just being responsible, just a responsible person, a responsible pet owner, a responsible employee. So it's not like you have to be responsible for big, gigantic things like pollution on the planet or whatever. But there are ways that we can take responsibility for what is in front of us right here, right now. And we don't have to be doing these like huge events and things like that. We can just on a very personal level take responsibility for things that are important, right? And so this was it came at a time when I was really asking myself, how can I leave a legacy or leave the world in a better place? What is it that I can do? And really truly it all boils down to be more loving. Being more loving, you will leave the world in a much better place. Because your love will impact people in profound ways that you may not even be aware of. And it will also provide for you a very happy life, right? So be more loving. That's one thing that you can do to be responsible. Love more, right? So this came from that time, and I was really like seeking for that, right? And I was just bringing awareness to some things. So this is a song that's called "I Am Responsible." Yeah. I'm responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Looking around the world, and what do I see? So many things in a state of need, pain and suffering all around me. I won't stand by and just let this be, 'cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Everywhere, everyone wants to be free. Some look around and say, it's not me. How can they close their eyes and not see? It all comes down to me. Because I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. 'Cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. I'm gonna leave this world a better place. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I am responsible. Leaving the world a better place. There's so many things that you can do.
Yeah, like you
Absolutely.
said, it doesn't have to be big.
No.
Just doing something in your own little world.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't. It's so easy. Mm-hmm. So easy.
Cool. Did you want to sit in the chair to be able
I'll
to?
sit in the chair. Yeah.
To talk to the peeps
So
about.
that I can sit right there.
All right, we'll tilt this down for you. And things over.
Oh, so good to be with you again. The flowers that are on my head belong to my grandmother. She made this when she was living, and she wore it often. And so in remembering her, I wear them today. And then this dress here was given to me by my mother. It has bird of paradise and monstera leaves on it. It's so beautiful. Some of my favorite colors. So I wear this as a representation of my family. And so grateful and thankful for my family. So I think about, like you were talking about some things that we maybe don't see, right? Or that we just fail to see. Sometimes it's our relationships in our lives, like our family. When was the last time that you really looked at your family? Like really looked at them? And maybe like opened up your heart to them and just saw who they really are and just really accepted who they are, who they have chosen to be in this lifetime. Right? Maybe you can look at family members, because I have to be honest, I had a whole new experience with my mother. I saw her in a different way, and my sister too. It was really beautiful. Really beautiful. Just so much loving and so much acceptance. So much looking at them and seeing them. I know my mom's aging and she's having some health challenges, so, she's getting soft and wise and somewhat vulnerable. So think about the relationships maybe that you've stopped seeing. Maybe your sisters or your brothers, your mother, your father, your grandma, grandpa. And just love them for who they are, who they've chosen to be in this lifetime. So beautiful. Yeah. I just want to send that just for one more minute. I just want to send so much aloha to my family. My family of origin, my ancestors, all of my family on my mother's side, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, those living and those that have passed beyond the veil. And then I honor my father's side of my family. I never knew them, but I do honor their lineage and the gift of this life that was given to me through that lineage. So I just want to take a moment to just be present in this moment and just love them, send them this wave of aloha, this feeling of compassion, gratitude, and healing. Yeah. Unity. Aloha. So now I want to bring something up that's very, very important. Oh, I'm moving things. I didn't mean to do that. Maybe I'll fix it this way. Okay, so see this? This may be something in your life that you really haven't been aware of. Water. Water is so incredibly important to all life forms on this planet. All life forms, not just humans. All the animals, all the plants, the earth itself needs clean water. People need clean water too. Have you really thought about water lately? Where does your water come from? Do you have to purchase water, or do you have to purchase clean water? Can you drink your water straight from the earth? I mean, think about your relationship with water. This is a life force energy. And I bring this up just to say that March the 22nd is recognized by the United Nations as World Water Day. And over this weekend, there have been global communities that have been gathering around the very life force essence of this water to protect it and to make sure that water is free and available to all people everywhere, uncontaminated. Right? And so they're calling forth a world water law that would hold corporations and governments accountable for the cleanliness and the health and the well-being of all water sources and watersheds and the ocean. And so I just want to bring your mind to the presence of water. I want you to think about where you're sourcing your water from, the importance of water, how healthy are the water sources around you, right? We live near the Mississippi, right? It's not really too healthy at this point, in its full travel to the Gulf, right? And as it continues to flow even further down, it gets even dirtier just because corporations have been given the permission to kind of dump into that water. Well, that's our life force energy. So we get to think about water. So I encourage you to look at water, maybe even meditate, ask water to speak to you. Something that we really don't think about or that we take for granted. I mean, it's in our toilet bowls. Think about it. The very essence of water itself is life. And you can show gratitude to water. You can thank water when you're drinking it. Thank you, water. Many natives say that water is life because it's true. So how can you honor water? How can you honor water? I love water. Water is so good. It's so good for you. Look, we get to use it to cleanse our bodies it's so amazing. The many, many uses of water. Right? All right. And we're all connected by this beautiful ocean all over the planet. It connects all of our continents together. So we're connected by water. We are water. We're mostly comprised of water. Just think about that. Hey, Bob. Bob, too. Bob's comprised of mostly... It's a dog's comprised of mostly water. Yeah. Bob does drink a lot of water. I actually could drink more water. It's so good. Thank you for spending this time with me.
Couldn't live without it.
No, none of us could. So true.
That was a beautiful thing. I almost sounded like Elvis there for a minute. That was a beautiful thing, baby.
You sounded like Elvis earlier this week.
Oh, did I? Oh, that's right. I actually played a couple of Elvis songs for.
He did. I got it on video. I'll share with you
folks
later.
We went to a little luau, and Pookie's mom always liked the way I sang Elvis. So she goes, she described me as an Elvis impersonator, which is not exactly true. I just sang some Elvis songs. Oh, and there's my portrait of Elvis right there. I say he's overlooking us. He's always looking over my shoulder. Yes. See Elvis there?
Elvis lives.
That's right. He's in the building at all times. So that's actually good where it is. But thank you.
All right, I'm just trying to stay on top of all
just
this
try
stuff.
to check. Yeah.
Right now, I guess I'm the sound engineer assistant. I'm still waiting for the sound
until we get that
engineer
volunteer to come in and. So let's plug a couple things, and then we're going to head into our dance song, which you always like to do at the end. And so, I'm really excited. Sometime, I got a little sidetracked from it, but I got to put the finishing touches on my new book. It'll actually be my 16th paperback book, but the first one related to this YouTube channel. It's called The Power of Affirmations and Positive Self-Talk. That's not an actual copy of the book. It's just a 3D version of the cover. It hasn't actually physically been printed yet, but I'm finalizing all the text. And it should be available in paperback and ebook format very soon. Because I can focus now back on it since we're back in town, and then I'll be working on the audiobook, and that'll be available a month or two later. We're really excited about that. If you want to find out about any of our original music that's currently at least available to the public, go to soulmassagemusic.com, which forwards to our Bandcamp site where you can sample the albums. I also have a lot of my spoken word stuff there as well. There's links to that in the description below. Again, if you're on a mobile device or a tablet, just tap the title below this video, and it should expand that description box. You can see all the goodies and the links that are in there. And Pooki has her own YouTube channel. She's been a little sidetracked lately from this travel, but she's going to get back on the back on the
I'm going to get back on it. Oh, yeah, for sure.
the YouTube horse, but you can find her at Pooki Lee. There's no E on the end of her first name. It says Pookilee. That's where you can find her. I would love for you to get on, but to communicate with each other by email. And the best way to do that is to go to my website at bobbakerinspiration.com. And if you enter your name and email address, it'll be real obvious how you can do that. I'll send you, not only will I send you 6 free MP3 downloads of some of my previous affirmations and meditations, but I also send you about once a week, I send out an email with links to the latest videos and projects that we've got going on. Like, I'll let you know when the book is available. We have a music video that's going to be publishing really soon, I hope, that will alert you to and all that good stuff. If you don't already, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with someone who you think could benefit from it. Let's all stay connected in that way. And then something that's relatively new is if you want to support my or our efforts on Patreon, is a site where you can, for just a small monthly sort of ongoing contribution, you can support our efforts. And you get special perks. Like I'm going to be scheduling actually for April a monthly, or starting in April, a monthly Zoom call for our patron supporters only. We can get on and not only, in real time and hear and see each other and interact and inspire each other. And I'm really looking forward to those monthly collaborations. And there's other perks that you get. Just go to that website, also in the description below. I think that's it. Anything else before we play this final song, Pooki?
No, I just say, just be happy and love as much as you can. And if you
Yes.
don't have one of these, you need to get one.
And if you're, and if not, just get his doggy energy through the screen
Yeah,
here.
you can do that too. You can do that.
And if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I know we have our friend like Holly and others that we're watching in the Southern Hemisphere, but it is spring, and so enjoy that. That's new. This is a new era of life and growth and abundance that are.
And rain, there'll be lots of rain too.
Yes,
For all of
Mayflowers.
the plant life.
Was it April showers bring
That's
Mayflowers?
right.
Or something like that.
We're looking forward to that.
So we're going to play a song right now. I'm going to play the song, and I guess we're going to stay on the video. Unfortunately, again, since we're recording this ahead of time, I can't highlight the comments in real time, but I know that they're out there. Yeah, so we're going to be boogieing, but you'll see us bopping here. So we encourage you to move and sing along when you know what that chorus is. This is something from our Soul Massage album. I'm just going to play this, and then we'll come back at the end and say a final farewell. This is called Occupy Love from Soul Massage.
It's time to occupy. What do you stand for? Occupy. Now is the time to occupy. What's important to you? What gets you activated? It's time to occupy. What are you willing to take to the streets for? It's a movement, baby. What gets you activated? It's time to occupy love. It's time to let love occupy you. What's important to you? What gets you activated? Occupy love. So we're living in these magnificent, magical times when everybody is looking to occupy something. So as you're thinking about what it is you should be occupying, I'd like to expand your mind and thinking into that massive expression of love. How can you occupy love? Can you take a stand in the street? Can you offer a hand to someone who needs some help? What does love look like coming through you? Can you think of anything better? Creating a space within your own being where love reigns supreme. Occupy love. It's a movement. Occupy love. What gets you activated? Occupy love. It's time to occupy love. Occupy love.
There you go. Occupy Love from the Soul Massage album.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun to make that album. I loved
I know.
it.
I love all those embellishments and the occupy.
I know. Occupying some love.
So Pookie's got quite a range. She can get down there in the love. And also the... It's awesome stuff. So we're coming to the end of our Sunday Inspiration, pre-recorded because we're performing at the Center for Spiritual Living.
But you don't know. We might pop in and just say hi while we're setting up. So you never
I
know.
probably will post something. Yeah, during this, but won't be able to engage very long because we'll be getting ready to perform there.
That's right.
But this was awesome. Thank you for allowing us to share some of our Hawaii experiences. We'll be back next Sunday live. And actually, if I can grab all the footage off of my phone, I'm gonna put together like I should have enough of ocean views. I'm gonna do sort of a video later this week where it basically says I am one with the beauty and perfection of nature. I think that's going to be the mantra. We'll repeat. That's my plan, anyways, to repeat that affirmation over and over again.
I love that affirmation.
To the sights and sounds of the ocean.
Yay!
So I am at one. Yeah, with the beauty and perfection of nature. Isn't that a good one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what's in store. Thanks again for joining us.
Thank you. Have an awesome day.
That's right. We'll do it again next week and talk to you soon. So
Aloha.
long. Aloha and happy Sunday to you. So long for now.